Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, the Sun Fae. And so, I'm gonna do something that some of you may consider a little unorthodox. But, I'm far enough along. I don't want to advance the main plot line just yet. I also don't want to go back to the Hissing Waste just yet. And I don't want to fight the dragons in Ampres or Leon yet. So,
Letters are pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus.
So I am going to start the DLC of The Descent. Now, this will actually, I think, in the end, be the... Oh, I didn't finish that. In the end, this will be probably the second DLC I actually finish, but I like getting a start on it fairly early for reasons that will probably be made clear by the end of this episode. So, the Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar. A subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their Lyrian mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing Darkspawn from overrunning...
The consequences of drinking from that well. Never mind.
Deep roads have crumbled, allowing hordes of the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key provider of the Inquisition's lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Storm Coast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Which is probably near Kalsharok, if I remember correctly. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit the Inquisition to transport forces directly to where the Darkspawn fighting is fiercest. Maliana says, I know where to find people who can build a mining lift quickly and safely. Orzammar has the experts we need to build such a lift. At your discretion, I can hire a team of their best construction workers right away. And Colin will just dispatch forces. Maliana, I will let you handle this. A construction team arrived in the Storm Coast Mountains and set up a mining lift to transport the Inquisition forces from the earthquake's fissure opening down into the deep roads. Inquisitor, the mining lift in the Storm Coast Mountains will be finished by the time you get here. Anyone going into the deep roads should dress accordingly. Don't skimp on the armor, bring the best weapons in Skyhold's arsenal. I also recommend packing plenty of dry rations. Most things down here will be looking to eat the Inquisition, not the other way around. Alright, so I am going to... No. You. Do I want you or you? Torian has a little more offensive capability. So. I will take him with me. Yeah, so first time I tried playing this DLC, I did this first part at level 13. And it absolutely wrecked me. I then proceeded to run away screaming. But, what it does tell me, by having done this first part here early on in my first playthrough, it told me, you know, this is actually a nice thing to have. Harding.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No Darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
Okay, but...
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
It's hardly the time for a lyrium shortage. Orzamar's mines need all the protection they can get.
I'd offer to go with you, but someone should keep watch. Plus, I could use the sun if this storm ever clears.
It's the storm coast. It won't ever clear.
The lift's ready for you.
Thank you.
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
Wow, you got very watery very quickly.
So, the deep roads. Do you think there'll be tight spaces? Long hallways with low ceilings?
Oh yeah.
Possibly. Why?
I'm just hoping my horns fit.
Is it me, or is this the slowest lift ever constructed?
No, this is actually
It's
moving a
better
bit
than
fast.
climbing down.
I could do with some music. Something with a flute.
We should be wary of raw lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Yep.
Korut, Magirl, Novrik, your names will not be forgotten.
You
Ah.
must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Vala, Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the deep roads.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Okay.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
So, how bad is
How
it?
many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold.
Oh.
The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
Yep. Okay.
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid.
Well,
Any threat to the
they're
flow
kind
of
of
lyrium requires
doing well.
immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
fair enough.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
All right. Following.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
Some more spindleweed. Ah, there it is. Landmarks in the deep roads. Storm Coast Fissure. From this ridge, exposed sections of the deep roads are visible below. There's history in the rocks split by these quakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. Okay, I'm not gonna pick every piece of spindleweed. Alright. Oh, there it is.
An ogre!
Form up.
Strike now!
To break the ogre's grab, use an ability with physical effects such as stun, knockback, or knockdown. Okay. Yeah, last time I tried this ogre ranked shot.
No! While it's distracted.
No? Do that. Oh, Dorian, please don't die. Cool, you can probably take one. Yep, good.
It's not focused on us. Now's the time to...
That doesn't mean I know what...
Back.
Oh, I see. Never mind. I screwed that one up.
Now! While it's distracted!
Dorian. Good. Do yourself a favor. Take one.
Not focused on us. Now's the time to attack.
Okay, you two take those. Bull, take that. You got interrupted, didn't you?
Strike now!
Okay, it had already grabbed someone. Okay. How are we doing? We're over halfway.
Strike now!
Bull, do me a favor, consume that. Did you? This is nowhere near as bad.
Now's the time to attack.
Okay. We'll actually drink that now. on the upside, I suppose. This time I have more stunning abilities.
Now, while it's distracted.
Alright, it's dead. It's dead.
You have my gratitude.
If I lost you, I'd never make it out of the deep roads.
I'm sure you would find a way. If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
Oh, crap. I forgot to sell my junk. Yeah, those don't sell for much. That's a schematic.
I will never get used to the stench of Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
Noticeably. Oh, right. Hang on. Gonna drop a hard save here.
Seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
We'll get him to hit it for you.
Someone prime the sonic fuses!
Okay.
We can't lose this position. Hurry!
Oh, poor Dorian.
Set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
Okay.
Clear out the dark spawn!
Yep. Alright. You. Alright, y'all. Thankfully, things are regenerating quickly enough. Okay. You. I like how it just kind of T-posed its way around. Ugh. Herlock Alpha. We're just gonna hang out back here, those of us who are squishy.
That's got him on their heels. Keep it up.
Yep.
The seal's clear. Prime the charges.
Ugh. Fine.
Now, set the charges!
1, 2. Take cover outside the chamber. Yeah, I got it. Hopefully that'll stop them for like 6 months. Alright. Now, the reason I came here.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that. Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Yep.
The Legion of the Dead has the Inquisition's full support.
That's the
Beat
best
of
news
Mac.
I've heard since the quakes began. Actually, the only good news.
Oh. Well, good. He moved out of the way.
Take cover.
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
What makes you say it?
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Wren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity. But now... The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
Yay. So, yeah.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away, and there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
Kind of like more of Mother Nature isn't a god, but there are plenty of people who respect her. So,
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense. And Volta's better than most. She never gets lost.
Well, I do agree with the whole strange singing is never good.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
Dangerous, then. But a magic unique to the deep roads might be worth investigating.
That I agree with. Alright.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen soon. Alright, but there is one really nice thing here. Let me see if I can find it.
So it's true. The king involved a service.
Oh my god, get over it. Read. This here. Boop. What do you have? Well, good news is that I am okay not taking that right now. Deep roads. Legion camp improvements. Ah, yes. This is what I want. And a quartermaster has been assigned to the camp. Wait, no? Yes, okay, good. That is absolutely 100% what I wanted you to do. And for the Uncharted Abyss, we have nothing there yet. This is the reason. Okay, now I knew why. Sell my junk. But look at this. Great materials. So, yeah, this is why I wanted to do this, was to have access to all of this. But yeah. I guess I will do that shopping, maybe between episodes. Like, I need to sit down, make a list of what I need, who it's going to, and, like, really, really build up the armor here. At least that's the plan. But otherwise, this is probably as far as I'm going to go here.
So it's true. The king involved a servicer.
Oh, good.
The Inquisitors are welcome, sir.
Can I access more than... Oh, good. Yes. Yes, I can. Alright. I am going to have to play with that. Like I said, between episodes. But yes, this right here is the whole reason I'm like, oh yeah, I should do this, start this DLC at least fairly soon. Don't do the DLC. I'll probably actually finish the Jaws of Hakan first, but I'm gonna space some things out kind of to just, well, for the sake of spacing them out. Also, it is, I think, fairly common for people to agree that the DLC for this game is primarily done towards the end versus towards the beginning. So, I'm close enough to the end and high enough level that this stuff isn't impossible right now. But, I mean, one DLC actually takes place after the main game, as anyone who's familiar with the series knows. But yeah, kind of happy where this has ended up. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.